Decided actually. I mean, if you're Jibs, you're in a
Oh,
good
Jibs
position
is
now
moving
because.
out here, sorry, just to interrupt you.
Oh no,
And
you're
Veni's
fine.
trying to kite back as a whole bunch of soldiers move in. They get on top of the catapult. The catapult isn't going to be able to take out this tower now. The tower is going up in the background. The catapult's probably going to go
Benny
down.
put.
Can we see Veni micro this?
Oh, I think so, but I don't see any way that this catapult's going to survive. I
And the
mean,
catapult goes...
he's going. Yeah, the catapult goes down, and he's starting to take a lot of hits over on his riflemen. Another thing to consider with that, since he went +1 armor, is that effectively Jibs's what are they called? Workers are kind of like soldiers in their durability. I mean, even if these soldiers right here, oh, another catapult gets out, but we're looking at a really bad scenario. Well, Veni's castle is going down from Jibs' riflemen, but Jibs micros away. He's going to be able to take out this tower. I don't think that Veni's going to have anything to survive this cleanup from Jibs.
And Veni actually making a mistake here. Veni actually getting kited into a corner a bit. He's trying to protect this catapult, but it's just not going to get the damage off. They're too close. And Veni's going to be pushed away here, and he's going to lose at least 250 gold worth of buildings. And he's going to have to cede map control here.
This is actually all the way bad for Veni. If we look over at the buildings, we see that Jibs has 4 barracks cranking out nothing but soldiers, and there's nothing stopping them from just continuing on. We have +2 armor is nearly finished. When +2 armor is finished, it's going to be almost impossible for these riflemen to do anything. And Veni only has 1 unit producing structure. He's just now getting his forges. It's going to be a very difficult hold when Jibs decides for his inevitable counterattack.
Alright, now the battle is nearly over as Veni's being pushed back to his tower here, and he may be able to hold on a bit. Now, what do you think about Jibs' micro? I mean, he managed to push it away, but obviously he got sort of caught on corners a bit, and there's no hover micro there. Do you think it really made that much of a difference, or do you think he was alright?
I think Jibs is all right. I mean, in his point, when you have superior production facilities, it just makes sense for you to effectively sacrifice them. I mean, look at all of the map control that Jibs bought here. Maybe his micro could have been a little better, but I certainly couldn't have done any better. So, although it was a good hold by Veni, props to Jibs. He now knows that he can move out and do whatever he wants on the map with his very potent army.
Alright, we are actually seeing a 3rd base and 2 forges nearly complete in the background here for Veni. So, although that Jibs has now managed to take map control, he's gonna have to do some return damage, or get up a 3rd of his own pretty quickly, because he doesn't want to fall behind here. Not now he's pushed out.
I agree. This is the absolute best time to do it. If we look, Jibs has 51 to Veni's 29 supply, and almost all of that is in soldiers. He has 24 population taken up, 26 population taken up in excess of his opponent's army, and nothing but soldiers. He should be able to crash through this tower and punish Veni, but if he doesn't, he's going to be in a very awkward situation very quickly.
Looks like Jibs actually knows where the towers are. Knows it's going to be a reinforced position, and he's going straight past the triple tower block into this exposed natural that Veni hasn't created choke for, and he's just going to go for the heart. Veni's trying to do as much damage as he can here with riflemen. This is unupgraded riflemen versus +2 defense soldiers. They barely tickle.
Exactly. I mean, we're looking at the riflemen. Every 2 of those riflemen, just kill one of them and pretend that one of them is doing full damage, because with +2 armor, that's exactly what Jibs' soldiers are. These workers are going to get pulled to try and do some damage to the soldiers, but they're not going to do anything. They're only doing 2 damage a shot. So unless they're going to sit around and do 63 hits, they're not going to be able to kill soldiers on their own. This is looking all the way bad for Veni. It's going to be a very, very hard hold if he does manage to hold.
Still ahead on workers though. He is managing to keep pumping. Sorry, Jibs is 1 ahead now on workers. Then he is still pumping them out, but I think at this point he's in trouble. He's got 4 towers in a clump here, but they're not going to help him, not in this main base. He's got soldiers in both main mineral lines, and he's been completely denied on this 2nd base. Incoming reinforcements are being plinked at though.
Yeah, I'm not even convinced that if all of the soldiers were to attack directly into these 4 towers, that they wouldn't be able to kill them themselves. And look at this Jibs making all the smart moves on the back of that excellent attack. He's taking his own 3rd base. He's in no rush, and he's continuing up on his upgrades. 3 armor is now online, which means all of these workers are only doing 1 damage apiece. The riflemen are only doing 2 damage to each one of these. Really, towers are the only thing that's going to provide DPS in this hold.
Veni is managing to kite away some soldiers and managing to defend over on the left-hand side here. But the natural base goes down with the natural mine having nearly 3,000 gold left in it. So that's really going to hurt him. And Jovius in behind this, he's got triple worker production and he's got a 3rd base up. So even if he dies here, he's still going to be really strong on the back foot.
I agree. I mean, there's no upgrade. I don't see how Veni's going to do this. He's got no upgrades. These workers are doing only 1 damage to each one of these soldiers.
And there we go. GG.
Excellent, excellent game 1 for Jibs. He saw the contain. He knew exactly how he wanted to hold out of it. And he just sat behind 3 and then 4 barracks and gained up on armor. And then used his micro to separate out the catapult. And then from there, he just counterattacked and shoved. It was just an excellent, excellent attack.
Alright, we're just trying to quickly get the second map off the players, and then we'll go straight into it. Alright, looks like it's going to be Sejong Station. Do you remember what page that's on?
Off the top of my head, no.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
King Sejong Station. Yeah, King Sejong Station has seen a lot more play recently, whereas I used to know that was reliably stuck back near 15 or 9. Now it's kind of up there. I think it was on 4 the last time that I saw it. What page did it end up being on?
About 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah, that's impressive. That just speaks to how much that map has been played just over and over. It's really fallen into favor recently. And whereas maps that used to be old stays that you would never imagine no one playing, like the Ring 1.3 or the Route 1.5, they're just falling
Do you want
out
to
of
just hop
favor.
into the lobby here?
There we go. How is this gonna work? We have to boot Chips from his own game.
Alright, there we go. Alright, everything's set up. Yeah, so do you think that's just a case of the popularity of the map, or do you think it has to do with sort of the tournament and the actual map pool sort of promoting King Sejong to be played?
I think it's a little bit of both, actually. I mean, for a while we were seeing a very macro, everyone 6 expand or die mentality. King Sejong Station punishes that automatic reflex with this backdoor in the natural of both players. And another consideration is that since it is in the tournament map pool, you have to play it. You have to get used to it. You have to know where things can be punished or if they can be punished. Strategies for the map, especially when there's money on the line, it kind of behooves you. Alright, up here in the top left-hand side, having taken already 1 game away from his opponent Veni, and looking for a solid 2-0 victory, creator of the Jibs, Woot. We have Jibs!
Created the Jibs indeed with an immediate house. In fact, going for pretty much fastest soldier build here.
Hello?
Ooh, hello? Am I lagging a bit?
No!
Montano? Montano? Okay.
Let me see something.
I'm not sure if I'm lagging out. Someone's lagging out. Might be me. I hope it's not me. Alright, I can still hear Tano, so I'm hoping you can still hear me. And down in the... And so... And down in the bottom right hand corner, who just lost game 1 but is looking to go on strong, we do have Veni. Who is, oh, there we go, 6 expands straight away out there from Veni. And Jib's coming in with a quick scout from the side here to see what he can find. Is he going for it? Looks like Jibs is going for a proxy. Yeah, there we go, proxy barracks right down the left hand side. Let's see what sort of damage you can get done here. This build was quite popular a while back, before people sort of figured out forts and towers. So it's going to be interesting how much damage you can get done. Worker micro is very strong in this game still. And Veni, JBS knows Veni. Veni doesn't scout. That's how Veni plays. So JBS is taking advantage of that. We might be having an issue here. Sorry, we're just trying to retrieve Itano. So you're going to have to forgive us for a second, guys. Alright, I'm back as the barracks nearly completes here. Veni's sending out his first scout of the game, which is really late. Sorry guys, having some technical issues, I do apologise. It's unusual for us. And he is going to see that... Tano, is that you back?
Yep, I'm back. I don't know what was wrong, but I'm back.
I don't know, I assume some internet shenanigans, trolls in the wires again. Right, so we're seeing that Veni's scout is going to reach JBS's base now. He sees there's no 6 expand. He's going to see nothing but a house in the main. And you know, at that moment, his heart has just got to be sinking. He does have 200 gold. There goes the tower down in the front. But this first soldier's out. He's going to have to pull workers now to be able to defend this tower, because that soldier will boost it down. For those of you...
Especially...
Sorry?
Yeah, especially with Jibs already going to work on this and trying. He's probably going to deny Veni's attempts to rebuild this with his own worker. I mean, he needs to pull and he needs to react quickly, because if this tower doesn't go up, as units continue to crank out, we almost have a second soldier out for Jibs. This is going to be really, really bad. Veni cannot.
Oh, sounds like Tano's mic just got knocked again there. I'm sure we'll get that fixed.
Hello.
There we go. Must be mic's problems. And the other thing to note is it only takes 2 or 3 workers, never mind soldiers, to fully prevent the tower from going up. The tower does go up though, it is at most health, and there are workers on it. So JBS's third soldier is on the way now. And Veni trying to block a little bit of the surface area off there. Not great SimCity, doesn't really do much against a few soldiers, but it is a good attempt. And if we look here on mined gold, which is on T apparently, the gold count is actually really even right now. Veni's not yet actually managed to sort of push ahead with this extra gold, and there are 3 soldiers coming in now. And Veni neglected to fully repair this tower, thinking he was safe. That's a big mistake. Veni's sort of bouncing back and forth, not quite deciding whether he wants to go in yet. What do you think JBS's best sort of route out of this is? Tano? Okay, sounds... There we go. Sounds like he's having some mic issues or something there in the background, guys. I'm sure that'll be resolved quickly. Now we actually see a rifleman out here from JBS, which is interesting. And indeed, a proxy workshop.
I'm telling you, if I still have problems with this, I'm gonna quit out.
Alright, well we can hear you now. I think there's just...
want to ruin the experience for everyone else.
Oh, it's fine. I'm sure there's just a sort of loose connection or something. It happens. That's part of the course.
Yeah, I'm currently pressing my really terrible headset mic into the jack in my really crappy laptop so that I can myself to be heard. This is not related to war game. This is just related to gaming in general. If you do not have a good gaming computer, you get what you pay for. Buy nice things.
Alright, so we are seeing Veni is now actually going about 300 gold ahead, and that's going to easily account for the tower that he had to build. And he is going down to both barracks and a workshop here, so it looks like he's going to be able to hold. Veni is getting a workshop up, it is coming close to completion. But I think he's going to be in trouble here in the second game. His cheese didn't work out as well as he wanted to, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised he went for it. He's seen it consistently not work in tournament matches, especially against high-level players. And he knows the meta kind of has cheese figured out at this point. So he's going to push in with this catapult, but I'll be very surprised